Rachel from Petangel Cat Adoption and Rescue in Frankenmuth, and I'm going to give you some ideas for if you found a cat outside. Unfortunately, right now it's kitten season, so us, along with many other rescues in the area, and really anywhere in America, is full, and we can't take any more animals in. However, if you did find an animal, there are alternative solutions that you can take care of the animal yourself. So I'm going to give you some ideas. Let's get started. If the cat you found outside is a mama and her babies, the first thing you're going to want to do is not separate the babies from the mom. Bottle-fed kittens don't always make it, and when you take them away from their mother, you're cutting their rate of survival in half. So as long as they have a mom, let them stay with the mom. What you're going to want to do, however, is handle the kittens as much as possible, even if you can't handle the mom. Handling the kittens means that they'll be friendly, so once they're old enough to come to a rescue and a rescue can take them, they'll be able to find a home. Otherwise, they're just going to become feral animals that won't be able to ever be inside. After you decide that the mother cat and the babies are okay to stay in your yard, the first thing you're going to want to do is give them clean water and food. Obviously, you're going to want to give them water. So just take an old dish, fill it up with some cold water, and keep it outside. Replenish that every day. As for food, you can really use any food from Meijer or Walmart or Kroger, so just go find something cheap. It really doesn't matter. It's an outdoor cat at this point. The third thing you're going to want to do is create a shelter for them. Our shelter in this example is something that will be easy for you to build and won't break your budget. It's just a styrofoam cooler that you can find at Walmart, Meijer, Kroger that we turned into a shelter. What you're going to want to do is cut a hole in the side. Our example has two, but one works just fine. But you'll want to cut the holes a little bigger than ours just because ours are just kitten size. After you cut the holes in the side of the cooler, you're going to want to put on the inside with duct tape a piece of foam. We got our piece of foam from a craft store and we just cut some holes in it. That way it's keeping the weather on the outside of the shelter and keeping the dry and the warm on the inside of the shelter. After you attach that, on the inside you're going to want to put something that will keep the styrofoam from blowing away. In this case, we use pieces of wood, but really you can use anything that you have at hand that's heavy enough to keep styrofoam from blowing away in the wind. Something like a brick might just do the trick. The last thing you'll do is fill it up. You're going to want to fill it with hay, not like towels or blankets, because towels and blankets could get wet and then moldy. So then a cat's just laying in wet mold, rather than keeping a dry, safe shelter for the animal. Then, lastly, you'll just want to place it outside, somewhere that's away from harms like a busy road or a large field. Right next to your garage or house will work great, and bonus points if you put it in the shade. If the cat you found outside was a baby with no mother around, the first thing you're going to want to do is wait. Wait 4 to 5 hours to see if the mom cat returns. Sometimes the mom cat could be moving the babies to or from the location where you found the kittens, and those ones might just be there first or might be the ones that she's moving last. If the mother hasn't returned in the next 4 or 5 hours, then it's time for you to take action. The first thing you're going to want to do is determine if the kitten needs to be bottle fed or not. If the kitten is the size of this kitten here, Kitten, then she needs to be bottle fed. Kitten is currently 5 weeks old. She is beginning the process of weaning onto canned food, but I was bottle feeding her with a bottle like this one. To bottle feed a kitten, you're going to want to get a bottle from any old store like Kroger, Walmart, or anything like that, and you'll find them in the animal section. To feed the animal, the formula you'll be using is a combination of half warm water, half whole milk, and half a teaspoon of Karo syrup. After that, you'll microwave it just like you would a normal baby to make sure that it's a warm temperature, testing it on your wrist, and then you'll feed the kitten. I recommend wrapping the kitten in a towel, that way it won't scratch you up. You'll want to make sure that the animal eats at least a tablespoon every feeding, and you'll want to feed her every 4 hours. Yes, that does mean you'll need to wake up in the middle of the night, just like a normal baby. It's not hard, and it only takes about 15 minutes to bottle feed a baby. If your kitten does need to be bottle fed, you'll also need to help relieve the kitten to go to the bathroom. To do that, you'll scrub the kitten like I am here with Kitten, and you'll hold her over a drain and use a warm, wet cotton ball to wipe her behind until she goes to the bathroom. The mama cat helps the kitten go to the bathroom in the wild, and if you don't do this, your kitten will get sick. However, if your cat is the size of this kitten here, Rosalina, your cat won't need to be bottle fed. Rosalina is currently about 4 months old, and she's eating hard food and water and using the litter box. Pretty easy. So if you have a kitten this size or bigger, you're in the clear, and your cat can stay outside. If your cat stays outside, you're going to want to make sure that you give them food and clean water, just like with the mama and babies, and you're going to want to create the shelter that we talked about before. Your kitten will be just fine outside. Just make sure you handle them so once cat rescues are able to take animals, we'll be able to take your animal and she can go to a home. If the animal you found outside was an adult cat, the first thing you're going to want to do is to determine if it's a feral cat or a friendly cat. Friendly cats are going to be able to come to a cat rescue. So you're going to want to build them the shelter that we talked about, give them clean food and water, and just keep them by your house until cat rescues are able to take them. Make sure you handle them so they keep being friendly. However, if the animal cannot be handled, cannot be touched, and doesn't really want you to be near them, that animal is considered feral. The best option for a feral cat is to do trap, neuter, release, or as some people call it, trap, neuter, return. It's the same thing, just different words. What you do is you want to trap the cat. If you need a live trap, we do have some here in the Frankenmuth area that you can borrow. So just give us a call and we'll help you. We also have veterinary hospitals in the area that are happy to help with TNR for a small fee. The N in TNR stands for neutering, so getting the animal fixed, which is where the vet office comes in. They'll fix the animal for you, and after they recover for a few days, you'll be able to release them back into the wild, which is what the R stands for. Where you release them is really up to you. When we did TNR here in Frankenmuth, we released them back where we found the animals and just let them live out their lives in their colony without reproducing, which is honestly the best bet. However, some places and some people decide to return them to like a farm or some woods. Sometimes animals will find their way back, but if you talk to a farmer and see if they want a barn cat, sometimes they take them, especially if they're already fixed. This is the best option for a feral animal because again, we can't take them in and we can't find them homes. However, they're cats, they're wild animals, and they'll do just fine outside, even in the winter. You're just helping them not produce and also helping them not get sick. And honestly, you're giving them the best rate of survival. So I really recommend doing TNR for feral animals. I really hope that you found our information helpful, and I really hope that it does help you with your situation. If you do need any advice or any more ideas, give me a call at 989-652-0552 and I'd be happy to help. However, we are full and many other animal rescues in the area are too. So I really hope that these ideas work best for you and we can help you take your animal once kitten season is over. Good luck. Thanks so much.